A beautiful sunset provided the perfect backdrop for the first fall football Friday night game of the year as Loyalsock visited Shikellamy in a Heartland Athletic Conference crossover game that featured 4 lead changes, 2 ties, the teams combining for 425 yards on the ground, and in the end, it was the Loyalsock Lancers getting 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to pull out a 35-28 win. Last season, Shikellamy defeated Loyalsock 21-12 when they contained outstanding quarterback, now junior, Kyle Datris. Datris was on fire on Friday evening, throwing for 97 yards and a touchdown. He also rushed for a touchdown and had 121 yards on the ground. Dwayne Pepper was the workhorse for the Braves, who fall to 1-4 on the season. He scored on runs of 3, and 23 yards, as he ended his night with 24 carries for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Braves led 14-13 heading into the third quarter when Philip Krizen returned this kickoff 88 yards to give Loyalsock its first lead of the game, 21-14. Shikellamy then tied the game at 21-all on this 20-yard pass from Garrett Kemberling to Nick Dunn. And then Pepper had this 23-yard run to put the Braves up 28-21 heading into the fourth quarter. This 2-yard touchdown run by Robbie Klein pulled Loyalsock to within 1, 28-27 after the point-after-try failed. And then this 13-yard run, followed up by this pass from Datris to Omar Little, gave Loyalsock its final lead of the night, 35-28. Loyalsock got the ball back late in the game after they stopped this 4th and 1 by Shikellamy, and afterwards, head coach Todd Tilford said he would still make that same call each and every time.
The way we're going, and the way he's running the ball, and just we didn't want to give the ball back to Datris because he's just obviously everybody saw what he can do. So I'd make the same decision again if we had it. So just came up what about half a link.
It's an old-fashioned slugfest. We hit them once, they hit us pretty hard back then directly after, so I don't think there was a huge momentum turn at that point because of their response. They were able to get it down there right away, and because of that, if not, that would have been a huge momentum turner for certain.
Elsewhere around the valley on Friday evening, Danville went to 5-0 as Sam Dressler rushed for 147 yards and scored 3 touchdowns as they knock off Central Columbia 34-6. Lewisburg keeps Shamokin winless as they break open a 6-0 game with 3 touchdowns in the third quarter of 30 or more yards. They win it by a final of 32-6. Mifflinburg bounces back from last week's loss at home to Danville as they beat Jersey Shore 20-13. Montoursville is now 5-0 as they hand Mount Carmel their 3rd straight loss, 18-13, and in this game, the Red Tornadoes rushed for a negative 34 yards on 23 carries. Southern Columbia taking on Muncie in a battle of 4-0 teams. The final goes to Southern Columbia 55-13. It's the 3rd time this season the Tigers have put 55 or more points on an opponent. Berwick blanks Selinsgrove as the Bulldogs are now 5-0. They win by a final score of 36-0. It was South Williamsport 63 and Warrior Run 28. And Bloomsburg over Montgomery 57-12. In Tri-Valley League action, East Juniata dropped its 3rd straight. They lose to Juniata in a shootout 47-41. It was Newport handing Lime Mountain their 3rd straight loss 17-14. Lime Mountain had 4 fumbles. They recovered 2 of them, and they have now lost 3 games on the year by a combined 8 points. Mason Arbogast for Newport ran for 131 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. Elsewhere in the Tri-Valley League, Pine Grove 42, Millersburg 7, Tri-Valley 20, Upper Dauphin nothing, and Williams Valley 55, and Halifax 6. In Sunbury, Sean Wood for thedailyitem.com.